The title of this podcast is What Would This Moment Be Like If I Wasn't Bothered by What My Mind is Saying About It? Ooh, this is a good one. And it was really inspired by one of my friends and colleagues at Mayo Clinic. And she's been doing the well-being practice for a while now. And I wouldn't mention her name, but I didn't ask her for permission to use her name. But she's amazing. And she works in a department that really is responsible for saving people's lives as well as improving the quality of their lives and how that impacts their family in a very positive way. So she's an extraordinary person. And she's acknowledged that one of the things that she does is she has a tendency to want to try to control things that are outside of her control. And she spent, as a parent, a lot of that time exerting that control or trying to over her children. And with the well-being practice, she has noticed this default mode or this tendency. And we're doing one of our recent well-being meetings in which we answer two questions of what's going well with your well-being practice and what needs work. She talked about her heightened awareness of this tendency, this default setting to try to control things, and how it's costing her some really special moments with her children by trying to be in control and control them. And we started asking, like, what is life like now that you're aware and that you let go of control? She's like, I'm more peaceful and my kids are more relaxed around me. They feel like they have the freedom and autonomy to make choices and to learn from those choices if they perhaps could have been made different choices. So she is clear that the time that her kids are living at home before they go off into adulthood, that she can either, really ruin those moments with them, or she can really honor the moments with them, still parent, still guide, still set agreements in place, but internally be peaceful as she goes about like interacting with her children and raising them. And I think about this too, like what would the moment be like in my life if I wasn't distracted by what my mind is saying about it? So I'll take a trivial example. For many, many years, I have been really bothered by when people show up to places late, that I am either we have an activity planned, I've gotten there early, I have this expectation that they do the same thing. Now, mind you, I want grace when I'm running late, but I have this thing that they have to be a certain way. And I know that being on time has its place, but not to the extent that it causes me suffering and other people suffering, and it ruins the moment. And that's what I've done. And so when we're showing up for something supposed to be fun, supposed to be light, supposed to be this amazing opportunity for social engagement, enjoying this heightened level of positive connectedness, I will let that ruin a situation. So several months ago, I have a couple of friends when we were trying to play pickleball, and we're trying to play doubles. So having even numbers helps with doubles. And I have a couple of friends who would stroll in late after saying that, hey, we need you to be on time so we can get the game going, because we have a limitation on how long we have the courts reserved. So we want to maximize people's time and also the opportunity to really spend time with each other and have fun. But when they walk in late, but even before they walk in, I'm already internally bothered and aware that they're not here yet. And so once we started playing with uneven numbers, trying to create a game or something out of not having even numbers, I feel myself getting worked up creating these narratives. Now, they're not doing anything. They're just walking in at a certain time on the clock. I'm the one who is ruining the moment by being bothered by it. And so I'm doing this to me. So what would life be like if I were to let that go? Well, I've let that go. And so whenever they show up, and I told myself, man, this is a great practice opportunity. I thought I had that licked. Clearly, I didn't, because I'm still bothered by it. And so, but I was aware, as my friend told me that she was aware about being controlled with her kids. I was aware of this. And this awareness created the opportunity to really do something about it. And in this case, it wasn't to go and have a fifth conversation with my friends about being on time or saying that you can't come again unless you're on time. or you're on a 2 week probation. It was none of that. What did occur was I said, I'm going to work with this every time it comes up to the extent that it doesn't bother me or distract me from what else is available in this moment. And what's available is to make the best of the moment. I'm outside, I'm in nature, the weather's beautiful, I'm playing a kid's game with friends, and we're being active. There's so much good here that I was just distracted by. We're celebrating each other's points. We're celebrating each other's missed shots. I mean, we're doing all of that, but when I was bothered, when I let my mind create a narrative and I allowed that to distract me from what else was available in the moment, I was losing. And so were all the people that had to do with my attitude or who were subject to me withdrawing connection, withdrawing love from them over something so trivial and out of my control. And it wasn't as if me being upset by it or being bothered by it changed the reality of what was the situation. My friends still didn't arrive at the time that they said they were. So I've learned to really be not only of course aware, but to be responsible and to honor the moment in front of me. So I ask you, what are you doing with the moments in front of you? Are you honoring them? Or are you allowing your mind to distract you what else is available in that moment? So when you're with your children and all of this time that we have, it has a finite clock. There's a finite clock to it as it relates to us spending time with our loved ones or doing work that we love. How are you spending it? If you love the work that you do, if you feel a higher calling and purpose to the work that you do, are you honoring that by being bothered by what your mind says about people and situations? Well, that's one way to dishonor the time. Another way is to honor the moment by really demonstrating and behaving in a way that expresses how much you value it. And so I encourage you to be aware of what your mind is saying about the moment. Don't listen to it if it is clearly a distraction from you experiencing the joy, love that is present in each moment and with each of your interactions.